Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're bringing back the mascot of the channel, Shadow Mawile, to see what we can do and have a little fun in the Fantasy Cup. So let's get right into this here. We're going to be pairing it up with Giratina Origin Form as well as Azumarill with Play Rough and Ice Beam. Now, I have a little gripe here, like I always do, right? And that is, it's really funny because man, I am going to be swapping out, I do believe, Azumarill for Bastiodon here in a bit. And after that, I encounter nothing but Hydro Pump Azumarills when I was prior encountering Play Rough and Ice Beam. Now, if you're thinking, well, how do you know? I mean, if they're throwing Hydro Pump, that could mean they still have Play Rough, right? Abso-freaking-lutely. But here's the thing, a lot of the times they would reveal both of the moves and I would see them. You can go take a look at my other video in the Fantasy Cup using another team and compare it to this one here. But I'm not going to harp too much on that. I just want to point that out as the algorithm is a real crazy thing. Not going to say too many words yet. We are past the minute point, but YouTube is a finicky thing. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. But before we do get into that, I just want to say I have been a little bit distracted by people who are creating new Sega Genesis games for the actual console with a cartridge. That has been my thing lately. I've been having an absolute blast and I've been really digging that. So if you're into that kind of thing, maybe you should look up newer games for the Genesis. Take a look. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll start reviewing these things, but as of now, we're sticking to Pokemon Go. And just wanted to let you all know that because I have just been having an absolute blast. It takes me back to like the 90s. Like I just rented a new video game and I'm sitting here. Last night I was up until like 3:30 in the morning. Like I should have went to bed like around midnight or sooner, but I was up playing this game constantly because they make them so difficult now. And yeah, it was just an absolute blast. But anyways, with that said, bringing back Shadow Mawile here, we are going to be going with Fire Fang, Power Up Punch, and we're going with Iron Head for a while here, and then towards the end we do swap it to Play Rough. I mean, you could go with Fairy Wind so you can farm a lot faster for these charge moves. It's up to you, but I personally think Fire Fang is the move that you're going to probably want to go with for this particular cup here. I am still rocking the Giratina because, well, I just love this thing, and I couldn't care less to switch out my team completely here. And we're just going to keep on rolling with it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, though. But like I said, I did have that experience where all the Azumarills did have Play Rough Ice Beam. And if you're thinking, well, show all the examples, there's a lot of losses and wins that I don't put in these battles here that I do see the moves. And technically, if I am going to be complaining and whining and moaning about it, I should include that too. But I just want you to be aware of what is going on here so you understand it's not just going on with you. You're not going crazy, okay? The game is manipulating you, all right? So let's just put it that way. But anyways, we are going with the Bastiodon here. Now this one is actually going to be powered up to level 50, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so right on the dot here. Pick the right one. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this here. All right, so we do have a mirror match for our next battle here up against another Giratina. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to hit that ominous wind first, and they did not get the boost. Sounds good. I have not been receiving the boost lately, but I did a couple of days ago. Like every game or every other game, it was crazy. But this thing is absolutely amazing. So they're going to go ahead and let it go and bring in their Empoleon. This is a strategic strategy so they can farm down and gain energy while I am down a shield. Well, they're down a shield too. Knowing that I'm going to have to shield that up. See, here's the problem. And I'm not saying that this particular person is doing this, not even close. But I'm just going to hint towards it, okay? Because we don't have any clue anymore. This is what we're dealing with. This is a good matchup here. And what am I talking about? That is going to be the fact that these people can actually see your whole entire team as well as your moves. So if you're battling somebody and it seems like they're way too confident and they switch at the exact perfect moment, knowing a particular thing or all of the moves and Pokemon on your team, well, you're not going crazy. But at the same time, I have to say that a lot of people can accurately predict a potential something in the back and make those predictions accordingly and play like that to their particular situation and know what they have to deal with in the future based upon so many battles, or based upon your team comp. They're just making a estimated situation guess as to what you're going to be having in the back. I have to put out that disclaimer, but otherwise it just feels a little fishy here, folks. And which brings me to my next thing here, which is going to be something that nobody is particularly controlling, unless you want to say, you know, Niantic and their employees. And I've also heard that the algorithm is actually being manipulated and controlled by somebody or an entity outside of actual Niantic labs in the United States, potentially in Japan. But I can't, you know, 100% back these claims to be true. But I do not put it past them to actually be doing this here. And that is a particular manipulated algorithm system here. And we've already talked about this, Ian. We've already talked about this, so I'm not going to harp on it too long. But I just want you to know, if you are encountering a particular type of Pokemon or moves over and over again, and then you switch your team, and then all of a sudden you don't see those things anymore, well, just know it's not a coincidence. Yeah, it's not, okay? But with that said, let's go ahead and just see what we have going on here. Are we going up against a Berserker? Yes, we are. Unfortunately, this is not the best situation, and we're just going to throw the ominous win here. Let's see if we can get a shield, and we do. We get both shields out of them, and it looks like they're going to go for the farm down, and they got a little nervous, which they should, because we were about to reach that ominous win, so they go ahead and throw, but they are up on a ton of energy, and we'll see that in a later time here. So they immediately swap, bringing in their Flygon. Now at this point, we do have Play Rough, and we are going to be able to outpace them barely to the Play Rough to take them out. All right, down they go. No more shields on either end here. Let's see what's going to happen. That Berserker is going to go down very fast, but they do have a charge move ready to go, which I would assume is going to be close combat. Down goes the Mawile. We're bringing the Bastard on. What do they have in the back? And it is going to be a Turtonator. So this is a sure win for you here. Now, unless you're pretty low HP and they do have, say, Overheat, you're going to be looking pretty bad. But otherwise, if they do have Flamethrower, you're going to be able to take that win. They are fire, and the dragon does not neutralize that whatsoever. Next game, Giratina up against Escavalier. This is a fantastic lead here. We are definitely going to be letting that charge move go, as it is going to be a drill run, or at least the most damage that they can do is drill run. And then we are going to go ahead and throw that Shadow Ball here. Now they are going to be bringing in a Sand Slash and immediately swapping into their Azumarill. And this is what I was talking about. I was not encountering any Hydro Pumps. And if you're thinking, well, are you 100% certain? Because, you know, maybe they were just throwing one move and they had a Hydro Pump lying in wait. Absolutely freaking not. They threw Play Rough, they threw Ice Beam. I saw both of their moves. I did not encounter a Hydro Pump Azumarill until I put something that was weak to water on the team. This is the manipulated algorithm that I have to deal with on a daily basis. They're going to go ahead and back out when we take that win. All right, just keep that in mind. Do not let this stupid bullshit algorithm get to you. I swear I almost threw my phone outside my window through the freaking glass. I almost just lost my absolute ish, but I maintained and said, you know what, who gives a damn? All right, we're looking good with the Bitcoin. Who even cares, right? Hopefully we can make something happen out of that in the future, and we've already actually done so anyway. Enough of that. So down goes the Giratina. They're going to be swapping into their Escavalier immediately. The Mawile is going to absolutely maul them down. The Azumarill is going to get mauled down as well, and we're going to see them back out. We don't even get to see their last Pokemon. Let's go. Shadow Mawile, proven to be pretty good for this cup here. I am using Giratina, which I wouldn't say is the worst kind of matchup for it. but I was receiving quite a bit of nonsense. Now this is pretty good. I can't complain about this, right? Let's go ahead and see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and shield up that drill peck and go for the ominous wind here. See if we can get a shield out of them. And we do. Sounds good to me. So this one is not shadow, so that's pretty good. So they're not going to be doing that much damage. So we'll go ahead and let that drill peck go. We don't want to use all of our shields here, but do they want to use both of their shields and then farm us down? And they do. So we're going to go ahead and immediately swap. They do bring in their own Mawile Shadow. Let's go, Shadow Mawile fan. Let's get it. Hitting that power-up punch and taking them out before they even do anything. Holding on to our last shield, they do bring in an Azumarill here, which I am going to assume now has Play Rough and Ice Beam. Yeah, no Hydro Pump. Yeah, no. Of course, yeah, Play Rough. Of course, yes. That's exactly what we're going to see. And if you're like, well, maybe they got Hydro Pump for their secondary move. Yeah, possibly. But believe me, I have not seen one freaking Azumarill. Well, I have seen one Azumarill with Play Rough with Bastodon. I can't lie, but it just seems like that sometimes. Anyways, bringing in the Empoleon here. We're not looking too good. I do believe this is going to be going up against one of my Patron members, actually. And I had no idea until the end. And as a matter of fact, we are actually going to be reaching Best Buddy here. So they're taking the win. I will leave that in at the end. And so you can see it, and we're Best Buddy. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're still paying as a Patreon member, because I do not remove you if you're not, but I should probably go through and start sweeping up house. Next game, we are met with an Escavalier. This is a fantastic lead, as we've seen before. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that Shadow Ball. I think we're going to see a repeat like before. Yeah, they're just going to let it go. Bring in Flygon here. Sounds good to me. Getting to the ominous wind, but they're going to be able to hit that Dragon Claw before I get there, which we're going to go ahead and let go and bring in the Azumarill to take control of the situation here. And I do believe this will be our last battle. And going for the Ice Beam. Now, a Sansir Storm, that's what it's called, right? Scorching Sands. Pfft, my bad. Okay, I've been saying that for wrong for 2 videos. Look, if I say something wrong or I call Pokemon names wrong, just know I'm probably doing it almost on purpose. And if I'm not, then hey, you never know. You never know if I'm not doing it intentionally or not. Go ahead and call me out. Comment down below for every mispronunciation that I do. All right, so we're in a pinch here. What's going on? Bringing the Azumarill, going for an Ice Beam. What the hell is going on? Oh, I see what we did. We sacrificed the Azumarill, okay, yeah, or the Mawile, so we can take out the Turtonator. And there you have it, Mawile. Let's go. Algorithm is a son of a gun. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!